Imagine a world where a charismatic leader promises salvation, enlightenment, and a place in a utopian future. Now imagine that same leader orchestrating a campaign of terror so horrific it would scar a nation forever. This is the story of Aum Shinrikyo. In the mid-1980s, a man named Shoko Asahara founded a small spiritual group in Japan. He called it Aum Shinrikyo, or Supreme Truth. The cult began innocently enough, blending elements of Buddhism, Hinduism, and Christianity. But beneath the veneer of spirituality lurked a dark and twisted doctrine. Asahara, a man with a mesmerizing presence, claimed to have supernatural powers and the ability to foresee the apocalypse. His promises of enlightenment and salvation drew in hundreds, including highly educated professionals and scientists. But what started as a quest for spiritual truth soon devolved into something far more sinister. Behind closed doors, Aum Shinrikyo was a hive of criminal activity. The cult's methods of recruitment and retention were nothing short of psychological warfare. New members were subjected to relentless indoctrination. Sleep deprivation, fasting, and isolation from their families were just the beginning. The goal? To break their will and ensure absolute obedience to Asahara. Asahara's ambitions knew no bounds. The cult invested heavily in creating chemical and biological weapons. In secret laboratories, skilled scientists worked tirelessly to perfect toxins and pathogens, including anthrax and botulinum toxin. They were preparing for a war that only they believed in. As the cult's power grew, so did its ruthlessness. Those who dared to leave or criticize Aum Shinrikyo faced deadly consequences. In 1989, Tsutsumi Sakamoto, a lawyer representing families of cult members, was brutally murdered along with his wife and child. This was just the beginning. In 1994, the cult tested its chemical weapons in the city of Matsumoto. The silent release of sarin gas killed 8 people and injured hundreds. It was a prelude to an even greater horror. March 20th, 1995. The day began like any other in Tokyo. Commuters packed the subway trains during the morning rush hour, unaware of the terror that awaited them. At precisely timed intervals, cult members released sarin gas in 5 subway trains. The invisible poison spread quickly, causing chaos and panic. 13 people lost their lives, and over 6,000 were injured in the most devastating domestic terror attack Japan had ever seen. The nation was in shock, its sense of security shattered. The attack galvanized Japanese authorities into action. Raids on Aum Shinrikyo's compounds uncovered chilling evidence, stockpiles of chemical weapons, detailed plans for further attacks, and documents revealing the extent of their murderous ambitions. Hundreds of cult members were arrested, including the elusive Asahara. Justice was swift and unforgiving. Asahara and several top leaders were sentenced to death. The cult was stripped of its religious status and its assets seized. Yet, like a malignant shadow, Aum Shinrikyo rebranded itself as Aleph in 2000 and continues to exist under heavy surveillance. The story of Aum Shinrikyo is a stark reminder of the dangers posed by extremist ideologies and charismatic leaders. The cult's reign of terror left an indelible mark on Japan and the world, serving as a grim example of how manipulation and fanaticism can lead to unimaginable horrors. As the remnants of Aum Shinrikyo linger, the world remains vigilant, ever watchful for signs of similar threats. The scars may heal, but the memory of those dark days will never fade. This has been the story of Aum Shinrikyo, a tale of faith twisted into terror, and a nation forever changed. Please like, share, and subscribe for more.